a positive that we're starting to see is with startups in the East African market. Most of them that we've worked with are actually using the assessment to start embedding the right policies, the right practices that will enable them to grow at scale without having to retrofit practices to be able to meet whatever vision or mission that they have. My name is Olivia Mwiru. I'm the Executive Director of B-Lab East Africa. B-Lab East Africa is a non-profit organization that is headquartered in Nairobi, and our base of business is to really support for-profit enterprises to be able to develop social and environmental practices that will ensure a company is able to stay sustainable for the long haul. How we do this is we have an assessment called the B Impact Assessment that any company of any size, any sector, any country can take the assessment and use it to see how their internal operations are compared to other people or other organizations that are their peers in the market. To date, we have over 600 companies that are using the assessment in East Africa alone, and of those 600, 45% of them are actively utilizing the assessment to improve their internal practices. And what we expect to see in the long run is you will have companies that are not only generating profit, but are also building positive practices as it relates to their internal structures, including their workforce. One of the other things that we always tell companies is whether you started by growing a business and didn't put policies and practices in place, there are ways in which you can solve this. Our assessment is one tool that you can use to help you in embedding those practices, and because it's a free public good and anyone can use it, and the best practices are embedded in it, and companies have access to benchmarking information so that they can see how they perform against their peers. So that's always like a good first step. The other thing that we encourage entrepreneurs to do is to also look at other programs or partners that can help them to accelerate their growth. And this can be in the form of accelerator programs, associations in Kenya, or any training hub that has been put in place, like Growth Africa, that enable businesses to really get one-on-one support from professionals to help them put into place the right practices and policies. It is challenging when it's a company that's at growth or has been operational for a while to try and to embed these practices in place, but it is doable. It's just a bit more painful than if you are at a startup level where you've put into place this right practices from the get-go.